You doing yourself?
Great. So I know you haven't watched my show because you didn't know. So that I had a show until we reconnected a couple weeks back, and we're gonna have a. When I start my shows, I have this great thing that I like to call rapid fire questions. You're supposed to think of the first thing that pops into your head, and I did not prep you for this. So, yeah,
Lovely.
of course, I love to catch people on the spot.
Hey, in the military, see Charlie out.
You're a dork. All right. So, what is your full name?
Park Lee Fleshman.
What is your business name?
Commercial Insurance Brokers of Nevada.
And what is your profession?
I am a licensed owner slash broker for the state of Nevada and state of California. I am licensed in both states.
Awesome. Kinds of previous jobs. I know you used to work in alarm systems.
So I used to work at All Pro Security,
Mm-hmm.
and that was a veteran-owned business. His name is Tim. They did burglar systems, burglar alarms, cameras, and surveillance. So I was there for a couple years, and then ended up getting into the insurance industry. Then I worked for a farmer's agent. Um, Worked there for 4 years. He trained me a lot on the commercial side, in which he passed away last year. So farmers came in and let me know that someone else was going to take over the book. So I decided to go ahead and go into business with my business partner, Nick, and we opened our own veteran owned business agency.
Awesome. Tell me about your family.
Well, I got a girlfriend named Stacy. She's been with me for the last 5.5 years. She's been through thick and thin with me. Unfortunately, the passing of my mother, the passing of my father, COVID, the passing of my recent friend and mentor who taught me insurance, and then my son, he's 13. His name's David. He goes out to one of the middle schools in Spanish Springs. He's an excellent bowler. Just made honor band, so he will be playing honor band. Thank you. For the city of Reno and Sparks, they've come together and made some of the kids get together. Now they've got the best of the best. He plays the trombone. He recently won back-to-back tournaments, and he's qualified to go to Grand Rapids, Michigan, in July of 2022. So he's a very avid bowler, and he's just 13 years old.
That's amazing. Why don't you go ahead and look at the camera, wave high. There you go. Uh, Favorite superhero and why?
Wow. Yeah, you did put me on the spot.
There's harder ones.
Oh, lovely. Well, Superman because he flies, but then there's Batman because he has all those cool tools and vehicles and everything. So, probably between distinctive of both. They're both really equal. They both have their. I don't even know the word.
Their own little specialties.
Yes.
Got it. What do you? What are your hobbies?
I enjoy bowling. I enjoy watching football. I enjoy baseball. As soon as I say these names, everyone's going to boo me because this is Northern Nevada, but I'm a true fan of the Dallas Cowboys. I also like
Shanimal's laughing
the
at you.
L.A. Lakers. Oh, but I do love the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Uh, I don't know anything about sports. We've already had this discussion.
Who thinks
Uh,
those are bowling teams, everybody?
yes. I don't play with balls, so I don't understand those games. Um, I crack myself up. What kinds or what keeps you up at night?
Usually, if you can't sleep, you're up, right?
Of course.
Well, that's what keeps you up.
All right.
No, the world today, we're in this crazy world together. Everybody out there, my suggestion is just be nice. Pay it forward. Do one nice thing for somebody that you would normally not do. And if everybody started doing that, the world would be a better place.
Amen to that. Now, the one I said, there's harder ones.
Oh,
This is the one
lovely.
that stumps everybody. the biggest geek you would want to have drinks with. This person not included.
Oh, I was looking right at him. You know, let's see here. Probably that actor. He was in that baby movie.
There's a lot of baby movies.
I'm just trying to think. He has an accent. I can see him.
Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No, not the Arnold, not the Terminator.
Okay. The
Um,
Governator.
yeah. Probably Kevin Hart or something, because you can sit there and crack up and laugh at him and joke and probably order some food, sneak a little food in there.
That sounds good. Weren't you a cook before?
I used to run a restaurant.
That's what I thought. Sorry, you didn't mention that in your previous professions. Uh, excuse me. Are you an Apple or Android phone person?
I have an Apple i10 phone. Oh
Thank you.
goodness gracious.
Mac or PC?
PC.
Good, good, good. That's why I like you somewhat. How old were you when you got your first computer?
Let me see here. I was 11 years old. I had the Radio Shack IBM
The Trash 80?
TS80, TRS80.
Yes!
The one that actually you put the cassettes in to load and record. It was a cassette with a wire.
I tell people about that all the time. That was my first computer. So, that I remember at least. My dad might.
Well, besides the Atari 2600 that everybody had in the boring Pong game.
Oh, whatever. But no, the Trash 80. Ah,
Trashy.
most people don't remember that. DC or Marvel?
Depends upon which superhero we're talking about.
Well, which one do you prefer?
Well, I like some of the Marvel characters because of Iron Man and everything, but I like DC, Superman, Batman. So,
Yeah. So I did say the Marvel movies, DC characters.
oh, okay.
Personally.
Yes, yeah. Well, the
That's-
Marvel movies do make more, sense, and then when they put them all together, in those
Honestly,
ones together.
for me, the DC
Avengers.
movies are horrible.
Yeah, they're single, and you know what's going to happen. You know the villain's going to do something bad. Hello.
And they're boring compared to the Marvel. They're
Yes.
personal opinion. Sorry, DC, but Marvel kicks butt. Favorite board game?
Monopoly, of course.
Okay.
It's got Park Place on it, buddy.
Oh, you're a dork. I love it. All right. So now we're going to go to the news, and please chime in if you have any comments. I made it a quick one. We're only doing one simple So for today's news, we're Tesla. You were in the office, and I started laughing about this. Tesla is doing a recall on self-driving cars.
Yes.
So, one, I think self-driving cars are funny. Like, I would love a self-driving car just so I could get work done. But around the city, that scares me. And they're doing a recall right now of nearly 54,000 vehicles.
I don't own a Tesla, thank God.
Yeah. The company is issuing an over-the-air software update that will disable full self-driving beta rolling stop function. And for all you non-native Nevadians, I'm going to make a statement, and I do apologize to anyone this offends. But I like to call them California stops. You don't stop. That is illegal in the Nevada. Why would you create a function that does that in a car?
Because
Did I cuss?
we're Californians.
Oh, good. Like, seriously, why would you put that? And Elon Musk puts out there were no safety issues, and the car just slowed down. What do you think of that? Like, seriously, the car's slowing down. That's it. It's not stopping at a stop sign.
Maybe it doesn't know what stop signs are. They are from California.
No. That was part of the feature.
Oh, lovely.
Rolling stop. That's the term. Rolling stop.
I don't know. We should have Reno PD and the sheriff's department on their what they think about that.
um, but the car just slowed down. They disabled that because, and per the statement, always stop signs common on the in North America roads. Well, yeah, that is a common thing,
So is the yield sign and a traffic light.
right? Require drivers to halt completely before proceeding. Didn't we all take driver's ed or a form of it? Like, I don't know. I remember my mom and dad yelling, "Stop!" You know, stop means stop. Don't roll through it.
Don't know. That was 10 years ago for me.
Oh yeah, I can see that. But according to the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, the NHTSA, having TSA in anything is just a horrible name. I'm sorry. Sorry. Failing to stop at a stop sign can increase the risk of crash. I'm sorry.
I think that was in my son's 3-year-old toy packet saying stuff like that.
Right?
I mean, hello?
Heck, my 5-year-old already knows, green means go, red means stop, and yellow means go faster.
Well, yellow means step on it.
Right? Come
For
on.
those of you driving right now and you see yellow light, do not step on it.
Is that advice from an insurance agent?
Yes, do not step on it. It's insurance. Your insurance rates will go up if you get into an accident, which going through a yellow light might not be an accident. It might be a cause.
Yes. So, Kieran, if you are listening, I did quote you. Go faster! Yeah, he likes to sit behind me and yell at me.
Oh,
Red means stop! And I'm like, I'm stopped, dude. Go! Go! It's green! Wrong light. I'm in a turn light. I gotta wait for the green arrow. Green means go, Dad! Go! I love my kids.
yes, kids are very, very wonderful. They have funny things to say right when they say it. They are so innocent,
Right?
just like us.
Is there a mouse in your pocket? No, this guy's not innocent. Anyways, getting back to reality in life, we're gonna go to you in our beautiful, beautiful insurance world. I'm sorry. I don't know. When I think insurance, I shut down. I don't know. I don't know how you feel. What do you think about insurance, Chanimal?
Necessary evil.
Right.
Hey, people like it when we pay the claim. They
That's
just
right.
don't like paying the premium. Admit it.
Yeah, I've had insurance for my whole life and I've never filed one claim.
They had
So
ins-
that's millions of dollars
They had
in
insurance
your
back
pocket.
then. They had insurance back then.
Shh. He had insurance on his horse and buggy.
Oh, I
That's
didn't know
right.
we covered stuff like that.
They
back
do
then.
cover horses.
It's called Farmers.
Yeah, right. Exactly right.
Actually,
man.
you
It's
know
farmers.
what? Farmers did not start off that way. Actually, they did start out just doing farm equipment and farmers and crops and things like that, from what I understand.
Yeah. Sorry. That. I could totally goof off and have fun with this, but
Not you.
yes. I'm a serious person. Don't you know this? All right. You notice I didn't let him finish.
Yeah,
his,
here we go.
There we go. All right. So, first thing, I see it in the title of your company, and I see it in your address line, and I also see that you hablamos
El español.
What's the mos? I know habla español.
We have someone that can translate.
Oh, what's the mos? Why is there a mos at the end?
Don't know. Mimosa? I don't know.
Okay, cool. So you drink and speak Spanish at the same time. Perfect. All right. But I see broker.
Yes.
Like, what's the difference between you and my agent?
Okay, so a lot of people kind of get us confused between a broker and an agent. So an agent is someone like you walk in, You go, I want this product, and that company either allows and offers the product or they don't. A broker, we have several options where we go to several different lines of business. So if I have your company and you need general liability, and let's just say one of the bigger companies don't offer it, like the Lizard, um, we would say, I will go to my lines of business and take your application and give it to several of my markets. So what they do is they would turn around and they would go to the carriers and see what kind of policy we'd find for your general liability, for your needs, for your business.
Okay.
So the agent is, the hands are kind of tied. If they're stuck with the name on the outside of their building, then that's who they're stuck with. What happens is when I was with my last former agent is when they said no, then we turned around and took the information and went crazy with it and sent it to like 6 different MGAs, where they sent it to 10 to 11 different carriers, in which I ended up
Time out.
getting 7 different quotes.
What's an MGA? Just for the general public.
So an MGA is someone that I work with where they're between me and the carrier. So they're kind of like the underwriter. They take all my information and then they pass it on, and then they go to the carriers itself. So sometimes you have to have somebody in between the broker and the carrier, which is an MGA, in which the general public cannot just walk in and say, can you write me a policy? They're going to say, no, you need to go find a local broker like Park to see what we can do for you.
Is that like master broker insurance agent?
Yeah, that's right. I am the master broker of all insurance for the state of Nevada.
No, MGA. It'd be.
No, it's just a term we use. I really honestly never looked up MGA, but something appointed.
Okay.
And then
Sorry, I had to ask.
yeah, no, and sometimes we probably should ask those questions, but because you get kind of trained into it and you start sending things to the underwriters and then they go to the carriers and they come back with a quote, then we turn around and then we take those quotes and serve it best.
Oh,
I award you no points.
Understand that.
And may God have mercy on your soul.
Oh, I was like, what is going on? I'm horrible with acronyms. That's why I'm like,
Right.
okay, this is the first time I get to ask someone what it is, not me tell you, or you ask me. So,
Gotcha.
all right. So that makes complete sense. Did you have any questions about that, Shenimal? Because I love
Yeah,
involving you.
MGA. I kind of wanted to. We're putting Park on the spot, aren't we?
Right? Okay.
It's got to be some kind of broker, middleman in between the broker and the agent.
And the carrier. Yeah.
Carrier.
Yes.
Okay.
So if anyone knows what it is, please call in and tell us at, what's the number again? I'm horrible. I know it's
844-790-TALK, 790-8255.
perfect. So someone please call in and tell us what that is if you know. Anyways, also, moving on.
Yes.
Looking at your beautiful card that you handed me, so I knew how to get a hold of you at 775-848-1024.
Oh, it just occurred to me. An MGA is the managing general agent.
What is it?
The managing general agent.
What's that first word?
Managing.
Managing.
So
Okay.
they help manage the policy as a general agent. So MGA.
Perfect. Sorry, I don't mean to put you on the spot.
I understand.
But I'm looking at this and the name of your company. I see the CIB and V on your shirt. But then, of course, me being acronym not caring, I didn't ask you, but I see that it says commercial. So you only specialize in commercial insurance?
No, that's what I have generated in, but we also do personal lines as home, auto, and health. So if anyone out there needs to get a quote on their auto, home, or health, auto, home, or life, we also can do that. With the commercial side, we can also do group health for businesses. You need to at least have one employee with the owner. So if there's an owner that is like a handyman service or contractor and he has one-time full employee, we can get a group health policy for them with health, vision, and dental. But the best way, and people know this, is to bundle your package. So that way we want your home and we want your auto together, and then usually it comes with some kind of discount.
I like to bundle my packages. That's just
Well, especially with a bow and ribbon.
yes. Oh yeah. All right. So you mentioned general. You mentioned E&O. Or
No, I did not mention E&O.
oh, sorry.
So, general liability is if you're a store owner and you happen to mop the floor and you forget to put a wet floor sign or a caution sign and someone walks down the aisle and they slip and fall, that is general liability. An E&O policy is like with a contractor or doctor's office, let's say, if they walk in and they trip on something or the chair, the carpet, that's general liability. The E&O comes in as a professional coverage where they're telling a client, I specifically need you to do A, B, C, and D. And they write that on a prescription pad like they usually do and hand it to the client or the patient. The patient goes home and does A, B, C, and D, and then it gets worse. They turn around and come to the doctor and say, I did exactly what you said to the T, and it got worse. I need to see what you can do about this. It's kind of your fault because I followed your professional advice. That's the errors in admission.
Got it. Okay. Sorry, I know what I'm going to ask you in my head, and I totally skipped a whole section of that. Huh?
No, I got you.
Thank you. See, this is why I call them co-hosts, not hosts, or guests.
That's
You're
right.
my co-host today. So, what type of insurances do you offer? Because I knew you did general, and I know you do E&O.
We also do a workers' comp policy where business owners know that if they have employees under them, that if something happens to the employee under their care while they're working during working hours in the building or away from the building and doing a job, if something happens to them, then the employer's insurance called workers' comp will come in and help possibly take care of medical bills, possibly pay back pay or any time missed from work. And so that's the workers' comp. We also have something in workers' comp called the ghost policy, where sometimes a vendor requires the owners to have a policy even though they don't have any employees. But what that tells the vendor or the business owner, whoever hires them, is that they have a policy in place so it won't go against them. It goes against the company that is actually there doing the work.
Perfect. And just because I got to bring it into geekdom other than we're talking about master general, whatever it is, managing general, whatever, cyber. What do you got for me about cyber? Because I know it's out there. I have it. I highly recommend all my customers to get it. Tell me what you got.
So, I don't really write just a cyber policy by itself. I've kind of did a quote for a gentleman in the past and he didn't get it. But what it is usually it's included in the general liability packet, kind of like as part of the packet. Mm-hmm. And what it can help do is help provide coverage for like your computer or because you have data in your computer and you have things like that. If something were to happen to that data, it could possibly take over and cover that. But I really am not an expert on cyber, but I know it's out there as well. And a lot of people ask about it. And usually it's, you want to have on your computers and your devices password sensitive, so that way if you lose your device, someone can't just go in and start taking information and all that. So cyber just basically it's part of the package and it's in part of the computer and electronics of your business.
Yes, and you can also get a supplementary, but
right,
as you're saying, most people aren't taking it.
Right. Yeah, it's cybersecurity is the application of technologies, processes, and controls to protect your systems, networks, programs, devices, and data from cyber attacks.
Awesome. Now, I know we're cutting close on time, so what is the best way for someone to get a hold of you? And maybe if they wanted to ask you more about cyber, you can direct them into how to do it.
So once again, my name is Park Fleshman. We're with Commercial Insurance Brokers of Nevada. You can reach me at 775-848-1024, or you can look at our website at cibnv.net, and you can also email me at park@cibnv.net with all your questions and concerns. And if anybody out there is looking to shop, get a hold of me, and I can come by and take a look and review your current policy.
All right. Thank you, Park, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Social Security is with you through life's journey from birth to retirement. As your life changes year to year, so do your needs. For over 80 years, Social Security has helped to meet your needs and is committed to improving access to the services that make a difference in your life. Today, you can verify